Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mags. So I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. And of course, I come at you with some more Newcastle United news in today's video as we talk about, of course, the recent news going around about transfers, of course, and the news going around about Newcastle agreeing in principle with Central Coast Mariners' young player, of course, Garang Kuol, somebody that I have talked about on the channel before. He will officially join on January 1st as the deal is still to be signed. Player due in the Northeast for talks on, of course, personal terms. The forward will be loaned to, of course, a European club with plenty interested in bringing, of course, the young lad on loan. Newcastle, of course, are well and truly in there to get this lad. We've agreed the deal, like I say, in principle with him. According to reports from Keith Downey, he just had his debut for Australia as well last week at the age of 18. He was called up to the Australian side at the age of 17 as well. That shows you how good this lad is. Shows you what kind of potential he's got as well going forward. So this is a massive, massive deal for us. If you look at what Pete Graves put up on his Twitter as well, some of the most important signings for Newcastle recently are the least talked about. The likes of Charlie MacArthur, Alex Murphy, Garang Kuol, you Chuck Elliott Anderson signing a brand new deal into there as well. And Newcastle are building an unbelievable team for the future with potentially Sven Botman as the skipper, as Pete Graves says there on his Twitter account, of course. And that is a massive team. Look at the players: Charlie MacArthur, Alex Murphy, Garang Kuol. These are some players that are going to be absolutely huge in the future. If they get the right guidance under them, and Eddie Howe is the man to do it. We've got some really good people there in the staff in the youth level as well. And last night, of course, was the Newcastle United Foundation, of course, event as usual, the annual event where Amanda Staveley, Gadassi, the rest of Newcastle United staff, coaches, what have you, all get in there. And of course, there is inductees into the NUFC Hall of Fame. And of course, the inductees for last night were John Beresford, who, of course, everybody will know from the Entertainers period. Absolutely fantastic player and well-deserved, inductee into the NUFC Hall of Fame. And also the second inductee into the Hall of Fame for Newcastle United's Hall of Fame last night, of course, was Terry McDermott. So another one, from the Entertainers period. Nice to see the Entertainers period getting a lot of respect, and Terry Mack. It's just, Terry Mack says it all. He's a fantastic guy, was a fantastic player for Newcastle United, fantastic assistant manager alongside, of course, Kevin Keegan during the Entertainers period as well. So well-deserved inductee into the Newcastle United Foundation on that one. And there was also pictures circulating around on the Newcastle United Twitter account as well of the players all dressed up for the evening, including a little joke, between Newcastle fans and the Newcastle players in Dan Burn and, of course, Sven Botman, which looked like that stepped right out of a James Bond movie with what they were wearing in, of course, for the event. Also pictures of the gaffer and the coaches as well in their suits for the event as well. And of course, Amanda Staveley all dressed up for the event, with Gadassi also all dressed up for the event as well. Fantastic evening to show respect to the community. Fantastic evening for the community, show respect to the club and the owners as well. And of course, there was also a Newcastle United Foundation Disability Player of the Year award, which was awarded, of course, to Harry Brown. It was, of course, a devastating time for Harry when disability football programs paused during the lockdown. Harry was missing when sessions returned, but the opening of Newcastle's brand new Newcastle United Foundation Centre, of course, saw him re-engage with football again. So fantastic to see, that people are being able to get out there, be able to socialise, and that's what Newcastle United Foundation's all about, and that's what last night was all about as well with that foundation. event like they have on an annual basis now as well. Again, back to transfers. Newcastle United, of course, are targeting midfield duo James Maddison and Yuri Tillemans, of course, are in the sights for 2023. Leicester are open to Tillemans leaving in January, and interest in Maddison remains pretty strong. Now, of course, we know Maddison only has about 18 months, I believe it is, on his contract left, if that. So there could be a chance that we could be able to bring him in on a much cheaper fee than we were getting quoted in the last window just gone. And of course, Yuri Tillemans would be a fantastic signing to play in the midfield alongside the likes of Bruno and Big Joe. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Of course, that's all the Newcastle United news for today. Newcastle, of course, take on Fulham on Saturday coming. So we'll see how that goes. And it's nice that Premier League is back on Saturday coming as well, because the international break wasn't the best. I've got to say, you know, England were very, very drab, and it's time for Southgate to go, I think. Let us know your thoughts on that one down in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see you all later, the lads.